Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. So today our lesson is about mud. This is, I think, one of the difficult lesson in this book is. So what is mud? Mud means to prolong your sound. That is called mud, and there are different types of mud. So if there is hamza after huruf madda, we have already studied what are huruf madda. It is alif, waw, and ya when there is before fatha, dhamma, and kasra. So those alif, waw, and ya are called huruf madda. So if there is hamza after those alif, waw, and ya, so there will be mud. Okay, means we have to prolong the sound. So that mud will be any of the four kinds. Okay, and the mud miqdar and how we will prolong the mud for how long. So it will be from 3 to 5 alif. For example, let me do it. Let's say, for example, the one alif miqdar is like this. For example, this is one alif. So the second alif miqdar is like this, okay? And the third alif miqdar is like this, okay? But if we would like to prolong, the word in the mud, so how we will be reading it? We will be reading it like all this together. We will prolong the sound like this much. For example, alif is like and when you do twice more time the so it will become like so that's how the alif, waw, and ya will be read when there is hamza after it. Okay, so there are four types of mud. The first one is if there is in the same word after huruf madda, if there is hamza in the same word after huruf madda, which we have studied alif, waw, and ya are called huruf madda. So that hamza, there will be mud. So that mud will be called maddi muttasil. That mud will be called maddi muttasil. For example, we have here alif before there is fatha. So this is harf mad. Okay, it is from one of the huruf madda, and after the huruf madda there is hamza in the same word. This is the same word altogether, so there will be mad, and this mad is called maddi muttasil. So the size of the maddi muttasil is 3 to 5 alif, and it will be read like this way, ja'a. So there are qurra, the expert of the Tajweed, some say 3 alif, some say 4, some say 5. So, but 3 is a very, very normal size, which all the scholars and the qurra, they are reading when they are reciting the Quran. So they are reading like almost like 3 alif. So this is maddi muttasil. Okay. The second mad is if the hamza is not in the same word. In this one, there was hamza in the same word after huruf madda. But if the hamza is not in the same word after huruf madda, but in the beginning of the next word, that mad will be called maddi munfasil. For example, we have alif here. It is from the huruf madda, and there is hamza. Okay, actually there is a fatha on the top of the alif, so it is hamza. So after huruf madda there is hamza in the next word. Inna is one word and a'tainaka is another word. So after huruf madda, which is alif, there is hamza in the next word, in the beginning of the next word. So there will be also mad, and this mad is called, this is the shape of the mad, and this mad will be called madi munfasil. So what is madi muttasil? Madi muttasil mean connected, you know, and munfasil mean disconnected. So connected mean it was in the same word. That's what is called connected, and munfasil mean it is not in the same word. Disconnected it is. So this is the difference between muttasil and munfasil, and it will be pronounced the same way. Like this will also be read 3 alif. All right. So we would read it like this way: Inna a'tainaka. Inna a'tainaka. All right. So this is madi munfasil. Now, if there is sukoon after huruf madda, if there is sukoon after huruf madda, and that sukoon is original, okay, I did not write that, and that sukoon is original, okay, that sukoon is original. All right, so that mad will be called mad lazim. Let's come to the example. This is al-ana. Al-ana. There is sukoon after harf madda. How you would say there is sukoon? Al-ana, actually it is hamza and alif. It was like this: hamza and alif. It is alif is from huruf madda, and after alif harf madda there is sukoon, and this sukoon is the original one. It is not sukoon which comes because of the waqaf. This is the original sukoon. It comes after harf madda, so this there will be mad, and we will prolong the sound. Okay, we will read it ana. So this is the shape of the mad. Okay, so this mad is called madi lazim. This is called madi lazim. All right. Now, if there is not a real sukoon, this is the fourth type of the mad. If there is not a real sukoon, just came because of the waqaf, that mad will be called mad arzi. All right. So let's read it, for example. And there is one thing more. If there is not a real sukoon, just came because of the waqaf, after huruf madda and huruf leen. Okay, after huruf madda and leen, and we have already studied what are huruf madda and what are huruf leen. Okay, so that mad will be called mad arizi. Let me repeat it one more time. Okay, let's read it from here. If there is a sukoon after huruf madda and huruf leen, and that sukoon is real, original, okay? Huruf madda and leen, okay? So that sukoon is original, that will be called mad lazim. This is the example for that, okay? But if the sukoon is not real, just came because of the waqaf after huruf madda and huruf leen, that mad will be called mad arizi. For example, here is harf mad, which is waw, and there is dhamma before. And when we stop on the sign, so this becomes sukoon. There is sukoon, sakin, okay? So we will read it ju', okay? We will read it ju', okay? And this is the example for the huruf leen. This is waw sakin, and there is fatha before the waw sakin. And when we stop and do waqaf, so there will be sukoon, which is not a real sukoon. Originally it is khawfin and ju'in, but when we stop on it, so we said ju', khawf. Okay, so this mud, there will also be mud, okay, but this is not the original mud. This is not the lazim mud. This is called mad aridi. Okay, it's not original. It is aridi mad. So this is how there were 4 kind of the mad: mad muttasil, mad munfasil, and then mad lazimi and mad aridi. There are more types of the mad too, but right now what we are going to study, it's all about these 4 mads. So let's read it. All right. So it's the same way. Ja'a, example is for the mad muttasil. Inna anzalna is for the mad munfasil, this example. Ana is for the mad lazim. And ju' is for the mad aridi, casual. Okay. So let's read now the lesson. All right. So if we have studied and understood the previous lessons, inshallah, we will definitely understand this lesson. But if we did not understand the previous lessons, we will not be able to understand properly on this lesson. All right, so let's read it this way as well. Hamza mad fatha. Hamza mad fatha. Mim fathama. Noon fathana. Mana. Hamza mad fatha. Waw mad fatha. Sorry, let me repeat it one more time. Hamza mad fatha. Waw mad fatha. Wa Hamza mad fatha. Noon kasrani. Ya fathaya. Ta kasratain. Tin. Aniyatin. Waqaf. Aniyah. We have read and studied the rules of the waqaf. All right, now come to the standing kasra. Hamza mad kasra I. La mad fatha la. Fa kasra fi. I la fi. All right. Hamza ya fatha. Ay, this is hurufilin. This is from hurufilin. Hamza ya fatha. Ay, noon fathana. Ayna. Ba kasra bi. Ha mad kasrahi. Bihi. All right. Jim fatha. Jim mad fatha. Ja. Hamza fatha. Ja. All right. These are a little difficult word in this book. Jim mad kasra ji. Hamza fatha. Ji. Again. Jim mad. Jim mad and kasra. Jim mad kasra ji. Hamza fatha. Ji. Jim waw dhamma ju. Ain fathatain. Ain. Ju'in. Waqaf. Ju'. So this is mad aridi, as we have studied today. And these are mad muttasil both. Kha waw fatha khaw. Fa kasratain fin. Khawfin. Waqaf. Khawf. Khoya fatha. Khoy. را ضمتين رن خير وقف خير دال ألف مد فتحة دا or دال مد فتحة دا واو مد ضماء داء داو دال ضماد داوود ذال مد فتحة. This is ذال and this is مد فتحة. ذال مد فتحة ذا لام كسرة لي كاف فتحة ك ذلك را فتحة را ضاد واو ضماد رضو شين ألف مد فتحة شاء همزة فتحة شاء. So this is called madi muttasil because there is hamza in the same word after huruf mad. So this is called madi muttasil. ميم مد فتحة ما لام كسرة لي كاف كسرة كي مالكي شين يا فتحة شي همزة كسرتين شن شي همزة كسرتين إن شيء إن. Let me repeat it again. شين يا فتحة شي همزة كسرتين إن شيء إن وقف شيء. So this is مد عارض. Alright. After حروف لين there is sukun. But this sukun is عارضي. It comes just because of the waqaf. When we do waqaf, so there will be مد عارضي. شيء طا فتحة طا غين مد فتحة غا طا طا فتحة طا غين واو فتحة غو طاغو طا يا فتحة طي را فتحتين رن طيرا وقف طيرا عين ألف فتحة ع دال كسرتين دن عاد وقف عاد عين فتحة ع لام فتحة لام مد فتحة لا على. Let me repeat it again. عين فتحة ع لام مد فتحة لا على عين يا كسرة عي نون ضمتين نون عين نون وقف عين فا يا كسرة في ها كسرة فيه قاف ألف فتحة قا لام فتحة لا قال قاف وفتحة قو لام ضمتين لن قول وقف قول. Alright, so this is also مد عارض. كاف ألف فتحة ك نون فتحة كان كاف يا فتحة كي دال فتحتين دن كي دن وقف كيدا كاف يا فتحة كي فا فتحة فا كيف لام واو فتحة لو حا كسرتين حين لوح وقف لوح. So here is also مد عارض. لام يا فتحة لي سين فتحة سا ليس ميم ألف فتحة ما لام كسر لام فتحتين لن مالا وقف مالا نون ألف فتحانا را فتحتين رن نارا وقف نارا ميم ألف مد فتحة ما همزة كسرتين إن ما إن وقف ما. So here come two mad. One is mad muttasil and then one is mad arid because of this sukun in the same kalima, in the same word. واو يا فتحة وي لام ضمتين لن ويل وقف ويل the same Madd Arid. Alright, so the rest of the lesson, I believe it is the same way and easy. Just follow the rules, what we have studied, and inshallah there is nothing difficult. So let me read it. يوم وقف يوم يره وقف يره حاسد وقف حاسد حافظ وقف حافظ دافق وقف دافق شاهد وقف شاهد عابد وقف عابد عائلا وقف عائلا غاسق وقف غاسق ناصر وقف ناصر والد وقف والد أعوذ وقف أعوذ. But nobody would stop because it just, this is how, if you do waqaf, this is how it will be read. أكيد يخاف يداه يقال ترابا حسابا صباتا سراجا سلام شدادا شرابا صوابا. Alright. طعام عذاب عطاء غثاء كتابا كراما لباسا لسانا مآبا متاعا مطاع معاشا مفادا مهادا نباتا وثاقا ثبورا رسول شهود قعود وجوه أثيم أليم بصيرا وقف بصيرا خبيرا رحيق شهيد عظيم قريبا كريم مجيد محيط نعيم يتيما يسيرا رويدا قريش عيشة الموؤودة. Let me read the last one. Hamza alif fatha, Hamza lam fatha, al mim waw fatha, maw al maw, Hamza mad dhamma u al maw u, dal fatha da, ta dhammatu الموؤودة وقف الموؤودة. Alright, so this is the end of this lesson. Just repeat it inshallah a few times. It will be easy, and inshallah I will see you in the next lesson. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.